I have had my hands on the Ninja Slushi for a couple of weeks now. I know, it's like the most coveted viral gadget on the internet right now. It's been going in and out of stock, so right off the bat, I'll tell you, check the link in the description to see if it's available. But that said, do I think it's worth $270 coming from someone who will always order the slushy drink if it's on the menu at a restaurant or bar? Let's start with setup and controls. I posted the unboxing back on TikTok when I first got it in for testing, and I'll say I am no stranger to Ninja appliances, so unboxing and getting the Ninja Slushi set up was familiarly straightforward. I always figured that those fancy slushy machines at tiki bars were super pricey and expensive, so I didn't expect to have it up and running in just a few minutes. There are a few parts to know here. There is the vessel, which is basically the main container, and the pouring spout is attached here to it. The auger here, this is how the magic happens. It keeps turning and eventually the liquid turns to slush. This part comes out here, it's the condensation tray, and it catches any drips as the machine gets cold. But how does it actually get cold? Boom. It gets cold thanks to this 360-degree chilling cylinder that's attached to the main base. It uses what Ninja calls rapid chill technology. When it comes to the controls, there's not very much going on here. We have the power button, our 5 presets: slush, spike slush, frap, milkshake, frozen juice. We have the rinse cycle button, and here we have the meter that lets you control how slushy you want your slush to be. Kind of like these volume buttons here let you determine how much you want it to be. Even if you don't read the instruction book, you'd probably be able to figure it out. I would, however, recommend the instructions. The quick start guide here comes with 2 Kickstarter recipes, one of which is gonna be the fan favorite. It's the 1-ingredient soda slush. You can use any full sugar soda. I've already done this a few times, so today we're gonna be using Pepsi Wild Cherry. You're gonna see just how easy this is to get started. The options for drinks with the Ninja Slushi are pretty endless though. You can follow the recipe book. I've also looked up some stuff online, and I've also gotten a little creative. I tried frozen espresso martinis and frozen margaritas, as well as a frozen coffee frappuccino type thing that was just way too early in the morning for me to film. But you can use, you know, lemonade mixes, juices, milkshake ingredients. If it's liquid and it has a high enough sugar content, it can be turned into a slushie. The thing that surprised me most about the Ninja Slushi is how quiet it is when it's actually in use. My current collection of countertop appliances include my manual espresso maker, the Breville Infizz, both of which are quite loud when they're actually being used. I'm sitting literally right next to it, and I have the noise app open on my Apple Watch. I'm going to stop talking and show you what the sound is like. It does make some noise, don't get me wrong, but it's very low and it's consistent enough that it's not so much of a nuisance. Okay, it's been about a half hour and that's looking pretty slushy to me. I'm not sure what's up with the indicator light, but usually that would blink. I like how this looks. I want to move on with my day, so we are going to open up the pour spout. That's really awkward. There we go. I got my Wild Cherry Pepsi Slushie. I went ahead and turned the machine off. Now, my biggest concern with any appliance, especially something like the Ninja Slushi, was that it was gonna be just a major pain in the ass to clean. But I am pleased to report that the cleaning process isn't as intensive or time-consuming as you might think. First, to empty the vessel of any leftover slush lodged around the edges, you pour water inside and press the rinse button. You open the spout, let the water out. I usually use a medium-sized measuring cup like this one, turn the machine off, and disassemble it by pulling the bail handle forward. The vessel and auger come off, and I rinse those out in the sink with some water and dish soap. I take a damp paper towel and wipe down the chilling cylinder and the condensation tray so that everything is dry. And that's all there really is to it. It's just a few minutes of cleanup, nothing out of the ordinary compared to my other appliances. But since there is a lot of sugar involved, you definitely want to keep it clean. I would not let this sit out overnight. I would just make sure it's rinsed properly after you're done so you don't have to worry about it. Now let's talk about some of the things I don't really like about the Ninja Slushi, starting with the fact that it's not very ideal for single servings. I'm lucky to live in a household of slushie lovers, but if you were hoping to go solo on your slushie adventures, the Ninja Slushi seems like a very big commitment. Not only is it pretty bulky, taking up a lot of precious counter space on my already crowded counters, but you need a minimum amount of liquid for the machine to actually work. Recipes max out at 6 to 8 servings, but bottom out at 2 to 3 servings, meaning even if you just want one drink, you'll have to use enough ingredients to make multiple drinks. Or at least to hit that minimum indicator line here on the vessel. Of course, there is nothing that stops you from having seconds and thirds, but at that point, I would probably just go get a Slurpee for less than $3 at 7-Eleven. Something I didn't consider beforehand and has actually been kind of a pain point for me is how much sugar you need to have in the Ninja Slushi in order for it to work. So if you're trying to watch your sugar intake, the Ninja Slushi is not for you. I'm no scientist, but a very quick Google search taught me that the syrupy sugars circulating constantly throughout the mixture keep it from freezing solid. That means if you want to put your favorite diet soda in the machine, it won't get the results you're looking for. Similarly, you can't just dump in a bottle of wine and get a wine slushie. You need to add some juice to it if you want to make, say, a frosé. Ninja's recipe book does do a good job at breaking down the standard sugar requirements, but as someone who doesn't like to drink too many of their calories, this is the type of thing that's definitely a treat. I wouldn't make it more than once or twice a week, which has been a challenge since I've been wanting to test it as much as I can for this reviewed. That's compared to something like the Ninja Creamy, where you get kind of the best of both worlds. You can enjoy the full-fat ice creams, but then also make something healthier like a low-cal protein ice cream. Overall, if you do like slushy drinks as a treat, maybe you have kids or people in your household and you're constantly looking for fun appliances to switch things up, the Ninja Slushi makes a lot of sense. Again, I know it's hard to get your hands on, so the link in description if you're interested is down below. The couple of pain points I mentioned are not deal breakers. However, they are things that I think people should keep in mind so they know whether it's actually something they want to buy or if they just saw it online and thought, oh, that looks cool. Be sure to let me know what you think though in the comments of this video. I've posted plenty of videos of the Ninja Slushi in action on social, so be sure to check us out everywhere at Tom's Guide and catch up with what I'm doing at Kate Kozich. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.